All right, my friends, welcome to Yogalates. Thanks for joining me. We're going to get started right now, so go ahead and step to your mat. Again, can't emphasize enough, please modify things as needed. This is your flow. I'm just here guiding you through this. If we all have our ailments and aches and things we got to work on. I actually have a little bit of a sore low back today. So we're going to start a little more gentle. I want you to kneel down and we're going to come into child's pose. Sink your butt back and please move with your breath. Toes together, knees a little wider. Sink your chest down into your mat and stretch your arms out as far as you can through your fingers. Let's take 3 breaths on this first one. I like to go in the nose and either out the mouth or out the nose, whichever feels better or more right for you. Let's do 2 more breaths. Just keep sinking down as deep as you can into your mat. 2 more breaths. Push your head, chest down towards the floor. Reach out through your arms. Really try to get your butt down as deep as you can onto your heels. 1 more breath where we come into Cobra. Make sure those arms are stretched out. Bring your head, chest up and forward. Flex your hips gently into your mat. And of course, if high Cobra is too much on your back, drop down to low Cobra on the elbows like so. 3 breaths in our first Cobra. And if you're on your hands, we're gonna add in those little shoulder rotations. Keep the head, chest up nice and high. We're gently flexing the hips into the mat as we rotate the shoulders side to side. Keep all your weight on your arms. Keep your head, chest high. Pull your shoulders back as you rotate and twist. 2 more breaths. Abs are in tight. Feel that stretch move around. You can feel that stretch in the front of the hip, up into the abdomen as you twist and move it around. 1 more time. Let's do that sequence 1 more time. Push back, child's pose, sink back. See if we can get a little bit deeper. Folding down into your mat as deep as you can. 3 breaths. Sink deeper on each one. Stretch your arms out. Keep your butt down as low as you can onto your heels. 2 more breaths. We're just kind of warming the spine up. We're starting a little slower today. We're going to take it up a notch in a little while, though. Don't you worry. 1 more breath in our child's pose. Make sure those arms are stretched out as far as you can. Bring your head, chest forward and up as you flex the hips gently into the mat. Make sure your abs are in tight and you're squeezing your glutes as you press up and twist. If you're in low Cobra, just hold the low Cobra on the elbows, or you can just hold the high Cobra. You don't have to add in these little bonus twists. I just want to really get my spine moving. 2 more breaths. Remember, fluid, precise movements. Move with your breath. 1 more breath. Okay, here we go. We're going to take it up a notch. Step your feet back as wide as you can so you're in a full prone plank position. Dive the head down for wide-legged downward facing dog. Press the heels back. Push your head, chest down towards your mat as you reach out through the arms. 3 breaths. Big, big stretch. Hamstrings, low back, even the upper back if you get deep enough. And remember, your weight should be 80 to 90% on your legs. You shouldn't be killing your arms right now. So walk the hands back if you got a lot of weight on your arms. 2 more breaths. We're diving the head down, reaching out through the arms. Pull your shoulder blades back and together as you push your head and chest down. 1 more breath. It's okay if the heels are off the floor. Keep pressing them back as you reach out. Last breath. Good. Walk the hands back. Unroll the spine up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Bar your left arm across your chest. Nice big breath in on your exhale. Twist your right. Hard arm twist. Barring that left arm across the chest. We're using the right hand to push against the elbow. 3 breaths. Thoracic twist. Stretching the left shoulder blade. We're getting some good rotation through the spine. Work through your sticking points. 1 more breath. Good. Come to the center. Bar your right arm across your chest. Twist to your left. Point. And take that 3 breaths past it. Here we go. In the nose. On those exhales. twist and push a little bit more. Just remember, nothing past an 8 of discomfort when we stretch. Nothing past an 8 of discomfort. 2 more breaths. One more breath on your twist. Good. Come back to the center. Wide-legged, downward-facing dog. Take the hands down to the floor. Let's see if we can get a little bit deeper. Make sure your feet are as wide as you can get them. Turn that music down just a hair. Make sure your feet are as wide as you can take them, but still feeling strong in the legs. Stretch your arms out in front of you as far as you can as you dive your head down. Push your chest towards the floor. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together as you push your head, chest down and reaching out through the arms. And again, 80 to 90% of your effort and weight should be on your legs. 2 more breaths. Good. 1 more breath in our wide-legged downward-facing dog. Then we're just going to drag the arms back and unroll the spine up 1 vertebrae at a time and go into cross-legged forward fold. Step your feet in. I'm going to turn so you can see me a little better. Cross 1 foot over top of the other. It does not matter which one. Take a nice big breath in. Bring the arms overhead. Sun salutation. Draw your abs in tight. Squeeze your glutes in on your exhale. Nice and slow. Forward fold. Relax down into your knees. And let's take 3 breaths. Cross-legged forward fold. Take it slow. As always, don't bend the back knee. If you need to keep the hands up here on the thigh, the knee, or the shin, just trace them down your leg until you find your sticking point. And then take 3 breaths past your sticking point. Relax your head down into your knees. And keep folding a little deeper on those exhales. 2 more breaths. Big lateral hamstring stretch, that biceps femoris, all kind of over off to the side of that back leg. 1 more breath, little common tight area. Always unroll the spine up nice and slow, 1 vertebrae at a time. Articulate the spine up. When you get to the top, cross your opposite foot over top. Take a nice big breath in. Bring the arms overhead, sun salutation. Draw your abs in tight. Squeeze your glutes. Press your feet firmly into the floor. Exhale down, forward fold, nice and slow. Test the waters. Each side of the body is different. Here we go, 3 breaths past your sticking point. Move with your breath. So important to keep that mind-body connection as strong as possible. Using the breath as we go through these stretches. Make those transitions as seamless as you can. 2 breaths in our cross-legged forward fold. 1 more breath. Excellent. Unroll the spine up. So as I said earlier, we're going to be kind of jumping around a little bit today. I'm going to ask you to step to the back edge of your mat again. Put your feet out a little bit wider, hip to shoulder width. Take the hands down to your mat, walk them forward, nice and slow. And then we're going to go right to heel presses. Dive the head down a bit. And we're going to walk the knees in as we press the opposite heel into the floor. If you need to take the knees down, you can do 1 leg at a time. Find a position that's most comfortable for you. As you bend your knee and twist your hip in, you're pressing the opposite straight leg heel towards the floor. It shouldn't be able to touch. And feel that stretch. Achilles tendon, soleus, calves, up into the hamstrings. Take them slow. I'm just doing about a 3 to 5 second cycle with my breath. Inhale, twist. Exhale, press the heel. Inhale, twist. Exhale, press the heel. Keep them going. Recover as needed. We're going to child's pose right afterwards. Let's go 3. Pressing those heels firmer, pushing your head down a little deeper towards your knee, 2. One more time. Good. Flatten the back out. Let the knees come down softly. Push back, child's pose. Let's restore. Let's recover. Take the energy all the way back down to 0. Relax. Give the arms a break. 3 recovery breaths. Long, deep recovery breaths all the way in the nose. Stretch the arms out. Fold down as deep as you can. Get every bit of air out. 2 more. One more nice big belly breath. Good. Come into table pose. We're going to do a quick cycle of cat-cow. I always do cat-cow in class. We have to. This is one of the most important stretches of all stretches. When you get into table pose, make sure your arms are straight and under the shoulders. Make sure your knees are right under your hips. When we go into cat, round your back, arch your back as high as you can, round your shoulders, tuck your chin to your chest, look at your belly button, press into the mat, and we're drawing the stomach in and up as high as you can. Feel that great stretch through the upper back and spine. When we go to cow, do the exact opposite. Lift the head high as you extend or arch the back down. Pull your shoulder blades back, but keep your arms straight and stick your butt out. Here we go, up to cat. On your breath, keep trying to get higher and lower. Release the cow. Head high. We want as much movement as we can from the neck to the tailbone. Here we go, up to cat. Squeeze the abs in and up, round the shoulders, press into your mat, squeeze your glutes in. Release the cow. Let's do 2 more, just for good measure. Up to cat. Release the cow. One more time of each, as high and as low as you can. Last cat, big draw, in and up with the stomach, round the shoulders, arch the back, high as you can, and release the cow. Okay, let's give the wrist shoulders a break. We're gonna go to frog pose. Put your toes together and your knees as wide as you can. So toes are touching, feet together, knees as wide as you can. If you're on a hard floor and it's too uncomfortable, just go to child's pose. Push your butt back to your heels. Already feeling that great stretch on the inside of the legs and the inner hips and thighs. If you can, relax your head, chest all the way down to your mat. Stretch your arms out in front of you, keeping those knees as wide as you can. 3 breaths. As you lower yourself down, you're still pushing your butt and hips back towards your feet. Don't let your butt leave your heels as you lower down. 2 more breaths. A great stretch. Opening up the hips, stretching the adductors. One more breath, folding down deeper, reaching those arms out further without bringing your butt and hips forward. Last breath. Then we're going to get off of the knees. Great. Bring yourself up nice and slow. Have a seat on your butt just by swinging your legs out in front of you. And we're going to start in seated hip twist. We haven't stretched the back of the hips really at all. Cross your right leg over top of your left. Take your elbow to the outside of your right thigh or knee, or your hand if you don't have that kind of mobility. Sit up tall. Now walk your hand to the right. So we have the right leg crossed over the left leg, and we're twisting to the right, looking behind you as you walk that right arm back around as far as you can. 3 breaths. Should be getting a great stretch on that outer right glute hip towards the low back. Take it slow. Common problem area. Posterior hip towards the low back. Stretching the glutes, piriformis a little bit. Let's take one more breath. We're going to go right into the other side. Good. Return to the center. Extend your right leg out straight. Cross your left leg over. Follow the same steps. Take the right elbow or hand to the outside of that left knee. Turn and twist to your left. Look behind you as you walk that left arm around. Find your sticking point. And let's take that classic 3 breaths past it. My back is already feeling better. Must have slept funny last night. I woke up with a really tight, achy lower left side of my back. One more breath, but it's feeling a lot better now. Movement is medicine if we do it right. Okay, come back to the center. We're going to do another variation of a hip twist. I call it sprinkler. Back to the right leg. I want you to keep your right leg straight and bring it up off the floor. Okay. Take your left hand to the outside of your right calf somewhere, as low as you can grab, keeping it straight. Right leg is up. We're grabbing the outside of it with the left hand. Take your right hand. On your breath, I want you to twist and reach behind you through those right fingers. As we twist to the right as far as we can, we're pushing that right leg over to the left. You should feel a really good stretch. IT band, lateral hamstring, head that biceps femoris hamstring. 3 breaths. Here we go. Sit up tall. On those exhales, we're twisting a little bit more and reaching a little bit more behind us to the right as we pull that right leg towards the left in the opposite direction. 2 more breaths. A great stretch. All down the right outside of the leg. 1 more breath. Excellent. Come back to the center. Let's drop that right leg. A little bit of activation on the hip flexors too. A little hard on the quads and hip flexors. Bring the left leg up. Grab it. Follow the same steps. Outside of the calf as low as you can, keeping it straight. Sit up tall. Big breath in. On your exhale, twist to your left. Reach behind you with your left arm. Make sure you're up nice and tall. Make sure that left leg is nice and straight. Make sure that left arm is nice and straight. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Use that breath. Work through your sticking points every week. Here we go. Oh, good. Come back to the center. Let that left leg come down. Make sure you have some room behind you. Unroll yourself back using your abs, or go to your side if your back doesn't like that. And let's go ahead and start right into good morning. As soon as you get flat, reach back through your arms, reach down through your toes. Get as long as you can. 3 breaths, reaching back through the fingers, down through the toes. Get as long as you can. Every bit of your body is pulling away from the center, away from the trunk and spine, decompressing, stretching everything out. Try to get your arms closer to the floor behind you as you reach for 1 more breath. Good. Bring the knees to your chest. Cradle. Push your chest into your knees. Get as small as you can. I call this like a decompression cycle. We go from as long and as big as we can get to as small as we can get. Turn yourself into the smallest little ball you can make. 3 breaths. Squeeze your abs in as you hug the knees firmly and as you push your chest into your knees. 2 breaths. 1 more breath. We're going to scissor the hamstrings. Okay, relax your head down. Extend your right leg down straight, slightly off the floor. Extend the left leg up straight as high as you can over your hip. If you need to be down here, that's fine. And then you keep the knee a little soft. If you can, I want you to crunch up so you can reach as high above your knee as you can for better leverage. Get your leg as straight as you can, and then let your head sink back slowly into the stretch and pull that knee towards your chest. Here's where we add in a little more of the lattes. We're going to make this a more dynamic stretch. After we pull into that hamstring stretch, we're going to count to 1, 2, 3, inhale as you scissor the legs to the other side. Exhale as you pull into the stretch for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, scissor, nice and slow. Exhale as you pull into the stretch. Make sure you're reaching through those bottom toes of the straight leg that's a little bit off the floor. 2, 1. Inhale, scissor with control. Exhale as you pull into the stretch. 3, trying to get a little deeper. 2, each time. 1, inhale, scissor. Exhale, pulling, stretching those hamstrings a little bit more each time. Here we go. Inhale, scissor. Exhale, pulling, stretching. We're going to do one more on each side. Inhale, scissor. With control. Exhale, pull. Last stretch on this side. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, scissor. Last one on this side. Exhale as you pull a little deeper into the stretch. 2 and 1. Hug the knees to your chest comfortably. Massage the back and spine side to side. 3 recovery belly breaths in the nose, either out the nose or out the mouth. 2 more, as long and as deep as you can. You can just cradle if you don't want to massage your back side to side. I just like to add in a little movement. Get really good body awareness. Start adding in these little tiny movements into our staple stretches and poses. It really makes a difference. You really get to feel where that stretch goes and moves around. 1 more breath. Okay, going to the back of the hips again. Figure 4. Drop your feet flat so your knees are bent as if you're going to go into a bridge. We're going to cross the right ankle over top of the left thigh, just under the knee. Then we're going to bring that left foot off the floor. So we call this shape figure 4. You're going to reach through your legs with the right hand and grab behind the left knee. Then you're going to reach to the outside of the left leg with the left arm to grab behind the knee. And then we're going to pull that left knee towards the chest. You should get a really good stretch right here on that outer right glute hip of the right leg that's crossed over top of that left thigh, just below the left knee. Here we go. 3 breaths. 2 more breaths. Keep pulling that knee to the chest. You're welcome to keep your head down. I'm just keeping my head up because I have the mic set on my head. Sometimes when I'm down, it gets a little muffled. 1 more breath. I'm also squeezing my abs in for a little bonus. Okay, let that left foot drop down, uncross the right leg, and put the right foot down. We're going to go right to the other side. Left foot over the right thigh, like so. Reach through the legs with the left hand to grab behind. Reach to the outside of the right thigh to grab behind the right knee. Here we go. Pulling that right knee to the chest. Find your sticking points. And then let's take that classic 3 breaths past it. Here we go. 2 breaths in our figure 4. This is basically pigeon on the back. Stretching the back of the hip. 1 more nice big breath in. Okay, drop the right foot and then the left foot. I'm going to ask you to lay on your right side and we're going to stack the legs like so. We call this clam. So we're stacking the legs and feet with the knees bent. Then you're going to stack your arms. So you're going to put your palms together and you can just relax your head down any way you want. I call this kind of a thoracic twist, T-twist, or like a chest rotation, chest stretch exercise. So what I want you to make sure you do is that you keep your knees touching. Your legs are not going to open up at all. The legs are going to stay perfectly stacked on top of each other. Then we're going to take a big breath in. And on the exhale, we're going to reach behind as far as you can with the left arm, making sure the knees and legs stay down on the floor in contact with each other and the right shoulder as well. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bring the arm back, stack them. And we go 3, 2, 1. Here we go. On your breath, reaching further and further. A really good stretch in the left chest shoulder as well as the outer back side of that left hip. Here we go. Bring the hands back. 3, 2, 1. Inhale and exhale as you rotate, reaching further. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand back. We're going to do 2 more just for good measure. 3, 2, 1. On your exhale, reach, rotate. See if you can get your arms flat on the floor and in line. 3, 2, 1 more time. Bring the hands back. I just finally got my arms flat. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Inhale and exhale as you twist and reach. Keep the legs down. 3, 2, 1. Good. Just roll to your back. Extend your left arm out to your side. Lay on your left side. Let's go right to the other side. Doesn't have to look fancy. Stack the legs, stack the arms. Here we go. Take a big breath in. Exhale as you reach. Keep the legs down. 3, 2, 1. Return the arms smooth. Stack them. 3, 2, 1. Inhale and exhale as you start to reach out into the stretch. 3, 2, 1. Bring the arm back. Make sure those legs stay flat and touching. Here we go. Inhale, twist, and exhale as you reach out. Trying to get a little further each time. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back. Here we go. Exhale, twist, reach. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back. Let's do 2 more just for good measure. Exhale, back, reach, twist. 3, 2, 1 more time, gang. Here we go. Inhale, back. And exhale as you twist and reach out. 1 final time. Get as flat as you can. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just roll to your back. Extend the legs down straight, 1 at a time in corpse pose. Make sure your toes are out, heels are in. Relax your arms to your sides with your palms up. We're going to take 5 nice, long, deep Shavasana belly breaths. Going to get lots of oxygen in the body. Here we go. Long, deep belly breaths all the way in the nose, all the way out the mouth or nose. Let's do 4 more. Just let your body get heavy with every breath. Just kind of melting into the floor. 3 more big, long, deep belly breaths. 2 more, as long and as deep as you can. All the way in the nose. All the way out the mouth or nose. 1 more time. Excellent. Once you've let all that air out, bring your arms behind you. Bring your feet a little bit off the floor. If you can, stretch out, back through the arms, down through the toes, down through the feet. 1 more nice big breath in, stretch it out. Okay, let your feet come down. Sit yourself up any way you like. We're going to finish in a nice little forward spine stretch. Have your legs straight out in front of you. Lock the knees. Try to flex your toes towards you and keep your toes up towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in. Sit up as tall as you can. Reach up through the arms. Reach the crown of your head to the ceiling. Let's take 1 more big breath in. Keeping those legs perfectly straight. On your exhale, forward spine stretch. Reach out through the arms to the toes as you fold to the knees for 3 breaths. Folding a little deeper, reaching out through the arms and shoulders as you push your chest and head down towards your legs. 2 more breaths. Work through those sticking points on your exhales. Big hamstring and low back stretch. 1 more time. Last breath, gently folding. Slowly peel your back up. And I think that is where we'll have to stop for today. It is that time. Let me come pause our recording. I hope you enjoyed that one. It was a little different, moving around a little bit more. I always appreciate you coming and stretching with me. Let me pause.